Warriors NRL Fanatics here, back today with a video. But before getting into it, I just want to pay my respects and thoughts to Sunny Fi. As you all remember, today's the 4th, and it was the 4th of January 2009 when an unfortunate incident happened with Sunny Fi. Passed away. He was in the surf on Bet Hills Beach in New Zealand, with his family. He was trying to rescue one of his family members at the time, and unfortunately, they were searching his body for many days, and unfortunately, we came to the news that, it was very sad to hear that he, passed away. And Sunny Fi, there was a lot of respect in the club. The club was, massively destroyed by this news of Sunny Fi. Steve Price made a massive story about it. He talked about how it affected the club, the players, and he was a player that was talked up as the next superstar coming through the system, and unfortunately didn't get to see him play in first grade because, of the unfortunate events of Sunny Fi happening at Bet Hills Beach. But Sunny Fi, always remembered, thoughts and prayers are always with him to this day. Rest in peace, Sunny. And this day, 4th of January, 13 years ago, today will be always remembered for the passing of Sunny Fi. So let's get into it. My top 10 New Zealand Warriors games I'm looking forward to this season. Now, starting off at number 10, and I'm going to go with round 2 versus the Gold Coast Titans at Cbus Super Stadium. Now, we all remember last season between these two teams, the Warriors got an early win against them in round 1, I believe it was, and then round 25, the Gold Coast Titans reversed that scoreline, reversed the result, and they absolutely pulled our pants down. That was a game that I attended here on the Gold Coast at Cbus Super Stadium, and this is a rematch of that game in round 2, which the boys will be looking to get revenge on after their, pretty disappointing performance in that game. And I'm sure we will be a lot better against the Gold Coast Titans in this one because, we've always had a good record against them in the past, and I'm sure the boys will want to get back that, feeling of getting a win over the Titans here in the Gold Coast. So, it's a game I'm very looking forward to, and I will be definitely attending this game this year. Now on to number 9, and that is round 1 versus the St. George Illawarra Dragons. And the Warriors and the Dragons last year both split their 2 encounters against each other. The Dragons beat the Warriors in Golden Point with a Corey Norman field goal. And the Warriors early on this season, after that game, managed to get revenge. And they beat the Dragons by 20 points to 14. Now, if anything's to go, what should be another close game between these teams. Now, the Warriors and the Dragons coming into this year probably aren't tipped to do well. There's a lot of people saying that both these teams will be near the bottom 8. But, this game could decide whether one of them makes a push for top 8 at the end of the season, or both of them could have a chance for top 8. So, yeah, it's going to be a very interesting game between the Warriors and Dragons, and it's probably going to be another very close encounter. Now, on to number 8. I've gone with the New Zealand Warriors versus the Brisbane Broncos, round 4. I know the Brisbane Broncos last season weren't at their best, but that was Kevin Walsh's first year at the helm at the Brisbane Broncos coaching. Now, in terms of a matchup last year, now, the Brisbane Broncos and Warriors, now, the Warriors went into this game against the Brisbane Broncos with a chance to keep their season alive, and the Brisbane Broncos, they were into a lot of better form than they were early in the season, and the Broncos broke the Warriors' hearts in this game in round 23. It was 24 points to 22. Unfortunately, goal kicking was the difference in this one, and I'm sure going into this year, Brisbane are going to be a lot tougher team than they were last year as well. So, They'll have the likes of Adam Reynolds coming from the South Sydney Rabbitohs and Luke Capewell as well. Two very experienced players. Luke Capewell played in the grand final. Adam Reynolds as well. So, yeah, it's going to be a very tough game against the Broncos. And, yeah, I'm expecting it to be a hard-fought match. Now, on to number 7. I've gone with round 23 versus North Queensland Cowboys. Both these games last season were absolute nail-biters. And the Warriors and the Cowboys, early season form wasn't great. They were very struggling. But the Warriors got a win over the Cowboys. It was early on in the season. And then round 8, following on that, the Cowboys managed to get revenge on the Warriors, beating them up at North Queensland Stadium 29 points to 8 in a golden point thriller match with a Val Holmes field goal there. So, Cowboys and Warriors, they always produce some very interesting games, and I'm not expecting anything more than another cracking game between these two teams. And for me, look, Cowboys tipped a lot for the wooden spoon this year. This could be definitely a game that the Cowboys could come into with a chance of sneaking to the top 8 or, keeping their season alive. So, both these teams, it could be what's such a crucial game in terms of making a run for that top 8 spot. Now on to number 6 versus the Sydney Roosters in round 6. The Sydney Roosters had a bundle of injuries in 2021, but as brave as they were, they made the finals. They still made the finals. They did very well in week 1 of the finals. Obviously, they beat the Gold Coast Titans there, and a very tight one. And I'm sure the Roosters will be a lot stronger heading into this season with James Tedesco, Luke Keary fully fit, and Sam Walker. They'll have a fully fit side, so they will be difficult to beat. And it's going to be a massive test early on the season to see where we're at against the top teams in the competition. Now on to number 5. I've gone with round 13 versus the Manly Seagulls. The Manly Seagulls won both these matches against the Warriors in 2021, but there were great games and they were close encounters as well against Manly. And obviously early on in the season, Manly was struggling. There was a lot of talk around them being a bottom 8 team. No Tommy Trbojevic, they were struggling. But a game which turned their season around, unfortunately, I hate to say it, and it's pretty true, is the game against the Warriors, where they beat us at Central Coast Stadium. And that was a game which I think we were leading at that stage, and it looked like we were going to go and win that game, but Manly turned it around, and DC Evans got a field goal. That turned their season around, and look, they just went on and made top 4 that year. Unfortunately, Warriors, they couldn't recover from that game, but Warriors tend to have a very, very average record against the Manly Seagulls. I don't know what it is. We always struggled. It's the same against the Sharks as well, but I think this will be another good matchup in 2022, the Warriors versus the Seagulls. So, yeah, we're playing Manly. They're a top 4 team from last season, and this is another big test for us against Tommy Trbojevic's Seagulls. Now, on to number 4, and I've gone with this Canberra Raiders, round 19, at GIO Stadium in Canberra. It is a rematch of the classic between both these sides, played at a thriller in the early round of last year. Raiders raced out to a comfortable 25-6 lead at halftime. Warriors stormed back to win 34 points to 32. And then the Raiders got the win over us to, unfortunately, end our season and our chances of potentially making a run for a top 8 spot, where they beat us 28 points to 16. So both matchups were 1-1 in terms of who wins. And I'm expecting Raiders and Warriors to be another good close matchup in this year as well. So I'm keen to see the Canberra Raiders and Warriors. Both teams are very unpredictable, the Raiders and the Warriors, Last year, Raiders, disappointing. I had them in my top 4. I thought they'd do a lot better than they did, and they will want to come into this year. And I think this round 19 game could tell which Raiders team is going to be, up there come end of the season. On to number 3, I've gone with Cronulla Sharks, round 9. Shaun Johnson returns to PointsBet Stadium in Sydney to take on his former team, the Cronulla Sharks. Now, we know Shaun Johnson in the past when he's played for the Warriors against the Cronulla Sharks. There was a time where he made that, played that match-winning try roll a couple of years ago. And, Shaun Johnson, look, he's going to be keen to get one over his teammates, his former teammates. And the Warriors, look, they're looking to break looking to get a win over the Cronulla Sharks again this year. In the past, our record has been pretty average against Cronulla Sharks, I believe, and we want to replicate that. We want to get another result over them, and yeah, Shaun Johnson will be keen to help the team get a result in this one. Now, on to number 2 versus the South Sydney Rabbitohs at Suncorp Stadium, NRL Magic Round, round 10. It is a festive round of footy, and I will be definitely making sure I attend this game, and it's a round that I cannot wait to go to and see all the NRL fans and meet up with them. So, should be a cracker against South Sydney Rabbitohs. South Sydney Rabbitohs aren't as strong as they were last season. No Adam Reynolds, no Wayne Bennett, no head coach Wayne Bennett. So, South Sydney are going to be, they'll still be a tough team, no doubt about it, but they're there for the taking. They've got a few different changes next year, so it could be a very close game. It could be a very close game. I know we got flogged by Souths last year at Sunshine Coast Stadium, but I'm expecting a very tighter game against them. Now, on to number 1, the last on the top 10 for my games that I'm looking forward to next year. Not next year, sorry, this year in terms of the Warriors. It is versus the Penrith Panthers, round 15 at Mount Smart Stadium, the homecoming. And look, fingers crossed, there is no changes to this game. I really hope that this game goes ahead, because the fans in New Zealand deserve to see the Warriors play. It's been a long, long time. Now, 2019, I believe, was the last time we took a game to Mount Smart Stadium, played a game at Mount Smart Stadium in Auckland. And unfortunately, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, is why we have not played there since 2019. But that is my top 10. My top 10 favourite games in terms of the Warriors to look forward to this season for 2022. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. What are your 10 New Zealand Warriors games you're looking forward to this season? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you're a new viewer and you're watching this video, please make sure you don't forget to hit that red subscribe button. It's free, it doesn't cost a thing, and it helps the growth of this channel massively. So do the following, please make sure you subscribe, and also don't forget to turn on the bell so you don't miss a notification when I upload a new video. And hit the thumbs up on the video, hit that like button, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.